Good morning everyone, welcome to the second reading vlog I'm doing on the channel. There's a loud car going past. So it's Monday morning. I have obviously work today, so gonna leave in about 10 minutes. I didn't do any reading this morning just because it was really cold when I woke up and I was a bit tired. So yeah, no reading done. I am still, if you watched the last vlog, I am still reading Frederick Loggeval's JFK, and I want to get this done in the next couple of days. This vlog is basically going to be filled with reading that book, writing an essay, because I've got an essay due for one of my master's courses, and so I need to, I ideally want to get that finished by the end of this week. It's not due for another week, but if I can have it done this week, then I can use the next week to do rewrites and editing and all those sorts of things. I've also got another bigger essay, which is just going to take actual, more actual research. So, and that's due a week after. So, yeah, I have to do that. And then, as promised in the last vlog, I am going to read my, Michael Lewis's newest book. It's called The Premonition. It came out a couple of weeks ago. I only found out about it last week. So I'm going to read that at some point this week, probably this weekend. I'll pick it up. I might actually order it on Amazon and then get it delivered and then read it in physical form this weekend, just because I really don't like reading audiobooks. Reading ebooks all that much. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm already babbling for a little bit long. The last vlog ended up really long, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm gonna pop off. I've got to head to work, and I will see you in the next clip. So I'm just gonna have a cup of coffee now. I'm halfway through my work day, having a lunch break, and I'm having a cup of coffee and I'm listening to The Rest is History. It's a wonderful podcast. I feel very middle-aged saying that, but it's a wonderful podcast. Two historians, Dominic Sandbrook and Tom Holland. I actually have several of Tom Holland's books. They sit and they chat about some kind of topic with a historical lens on it. And today's episode is about Game of Thrones. And so I'm talking about various historical things relating to Game of Thrones. So I'm gonna, while I drink my coffee, I'll listen to that, and then I'll read JFK for a bit and get through some more pages. Hey guys, it's a Tuesday morning. I'm just gonna chat to you while I make a cup of coffee, because I need another one this morning. It's really cold in Sydney at the moment, so I'm not enjoying that. I'm about 100 pages from the end of the book, so I'm basically through the majority of it. Basically, at this point, I'm going through the part where Jack is a minor congressman, and he's kind of gearing himself up for the Senate run. So he's going around the world, legitimizing himself in a foreign policy context. One second, I'm just going to grind some coffee. I need to figure out a better way to do this shot so you can actually see what I'm doing and it's not just me talking. Perfect. So basically, I'm just going to try to touch more. That's better. Okay, so where was I? basically he's gearing up for his run in the Senate, kind of legitimizing himself on the foreign policy front, traveling around the world, and I think the next chapter is going to be about how him and Bobby Kennedy start to become like kind of public facing, start to become a partnership. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. It's definitely getting better, but Lagervale still pretty consistently gets distracted by various things. Like he got distracted by Richard Nixon at one point. He's doing that quite a bit, which is like, that's been my criticism the whole time as I've been reading the book, is that he gets distracted by things which aren't necessarily relevant. I'm just going to pull a shot. So yeah, he keeps getting distracted by various things. Particularly, he gets distracted quite often by the geopolitics and trying to explain to the reader the geopolitics, which is kind of weird because you end up getting like, you get Frederick Longervals, or Lagervals, I don't know how to say his name properly. You get his take on the on the geopolitical situation, and then you get his take on Kennedy's take on the situation. It just seems like a touch unnecessary. So that's like kind of my criticism at this point. My assumption is that he's got a lot more material on the presidential years, and so the second volume is going to be much more focused on Kennedy himself. I feel like he maybe just didn't have as much material to write on Kennedy in the early years, and maybe that just is the lack of material, possibly. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm just going to steam this milk. So yeah, basically that is where I'm at with the book. He spends a lot of time talking about other things. It's not a bad book. I don't want to be too critical of it. It's very, very well written. So it's very, very readable. It's got excellent detail on Kennedy. It's just got a lot of other details as well. And so what is a 650 page book could probably be 450 pages, and you'd remove all of that extra detail, because, and I keep saying it's like maybe he's going to come back and like tie it in a really nice way, but I'm seeing less and less ways he can do that as we go. A lot of the pre-war foreign policy stuff is now irrelevant for his senatorial run, so I don't see how we're gonna circle back to that. But anyway, it's not a huge deal. I'm really enjoying the book. I don't want to give the impression that I'm not enjoying reading the book. But yeah, it could have been 450 pages is all I'm kind of saying. So today is Wednesday. It's about midday now. I spent a ton of time reading essay. I actually got through quite a bit. It is getting quite a bit simpler now. I read about the House race and the his time in the House, and then like some of the policy stuff and different votes he made. I should probably sit up a little bit. Different votes JFK made, positions he took on various issues, etc., etc. And then I read about the Senate race as well, and I'm like a little bit into a Senate term, so it's coming to an end. I've got 50 pages or so left, so that will be done tonight. Overall, my thoughts haven't really changed. I think the book could be 450 pages, as I said before, but I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the second volume to come out. I have a feeling it's going to be excellent. Just like kind of, he's obviously set up a lot of the foreign policy stuff. He's very interested in the foreign policy stuff. I haven't actually looked up the author's like what he teaches. I know he teaches, I think, at Harvard, but I haven't looked up what he teaches. But if he teaches foreign policy stuff, then like the second volume is going to be very interesting. The second volume is obviously going to cover the time when JFK is president, which means that the run for president and in the time that he is president, which is not a long period of time. And if it's another 650 page book, while it might drag in some parts, it's going to be excellent historical research. So I'm very excited for that. Next clip, I probably won't do another clip about JFK. I might do a whole video with my thoughts on it. But next clip, we're going to be reading the Premonition. I'm going to buy it on Kindle at some point and get going. So I just finished the first 50 pages or so of the book. As usual, it's Michael Lewis. He's really excellent in telling a story through fascinating characters that he somehow manages to find. We're following a local public health official in California so far. Her name is Charity Dean, I believe. And yeah, she's making decisions that other people disagree with, basically because they don't have the data. They don't want to do something and then be wrong. They'd rather do nothing and be wrong. And so I can kind of see which way that's going to go in terms of when we get to the COVID-19 pandemic. Anyway, so yeah, that's where I'm going to stop for tonight, and I'll read some more tomorrow. Shouldn't take me too long to get through the book. Okay, so it's Wednesday night now. I finished the JFK book. I'll probably film a video at some point with my full thoughts on it. Maybe tomorrow morning I'll film that and then post it, so it'll go up before this vlog does. So my thoughts will be there. But yeah, I'll obviously talk about it in that video. I've just got my Kindle here now. I bought the Premonition, so I'm going to start reading that. It's, according to Amazon, it's 310 pages. I don't know, obviously every page is different, but it should be, most books I read, the Amazon, pages is 1,000 or so, it should be a fairly quick read, and Michael Lewis is fairly like straightforward. So I'm gonna get started with that, read for an hour or so now, and I'll let you know where I get to. Okay, so I'm about to record the video on JFK actually. I thought I would check in with the vlog quickly. Basically, I've been reading the Premonition on my Kindle for like, I started Wednesday evening, it's now Friday morning, and I'm about halfway or just over halfway through. And I'm really enjoying it right now. It's what Michael Lewis does best. I don't think it's Michael Lewis's best work, but it's what he does best. He's explaining something, in this case, that we all kind of understand quite well, but that is kind of complex and esoteric, but he's doing it through these people that we get to empathize with and stuff. So it's really interesting. I will have more fully formed thoughts once I finish the book, probably tonight or tomorrow. And then, yeah, I'll let you know what I think in this vlog. So I'm going to go film that video on JFK and then head to work. So I basically finished the Premonition just this morning. It was fine, I think. I don't think it's a book Michael Lewis would have written in a normal time. Clearly this was driven by, or maybe not driven by the publisher, but yeah, it's going to sell copies, right? I mean, I saw it came out and I went to buy it. So it's one of those books. He starts off really strong, following these characters, building them up, positioning them in where they're supposed to be. And so the first 50 to 60% of the book was actually really, really interesting. And then it just kind of got a bit messy. Basically, as soon as COVID hits and happens, it gets pretty messy. There's some interesting stuff in there about different ways different people manage COVID, looked at the data, things like that. But, like, it's not The Big Short. That's basically what I've got to say about it. I've got, like, another 10 pages left or something, but yeah, that's probably all I'm going to say about it. It was an enjoyable read, but, like, it's not going to make my top 10 books list. So, I mean, you win some, you lose some, right? I'm going to spend a lot of today writing my essay, and I will reveal what book I'm reading next in a little bit, because it's an exciting one. I mean, I've had it for a while, and I've been meaning to read it, and now's the right time. So, yeah, I'll reveal that in the next clip, or maybe in a few clips.